My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer, whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking.
Back at it again with another shade of blue, sponsored by Core Outdoor Equipment. We are the Kansas City Soccer Journal. My name is Cody Bradley. I've got Robert Russert, Carrie Robinson, and Thad Bell here with me. An off week, a little breather from Sporting Kansas City this week, but plenty to get to. It was also episode 1 of Ted Lasso last week. Let's just start right there with Ted Lasso. It's a bit of a love story to Kansas City. I have not watched yet. I was trying to save it up. I like to bust through some episodes all together, but I've just heard so much about it and I've seen all the clips, so I really just need to watch it. Carrie, did you check in on the first episode?
I have. I watched it, on while I was doing work. I think I got more Ted Lasso done than I did work when watching it, but my bosses don't even know that because they don't listen to this. I really liked it. It is very cheesy, the first episode. They're trying to throw so much Kansas City into however long the episode is. And it's hard to tell if it's just cheesy because I'm from Kansas City or if it's, obviously they're going to overdo it. But I'm trying to figure out what an outside perspective is.
Well, I love the show so much, but I think it would be fair. Like, if someone said it was a cheesy show, it'd be hard to refute that. So I'm sure it was probably pretty cheesy, especially if he's kind of doing a love letter to his hometown.
So, Carrie, are you in Kansas or Missouri?
I'm in Missouri.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Cody, are you in Kansas or Missouri?
I'm in Missouri.
Our Kansas boy is not here, damn it. David.
Why? Was there... I heard about... there's like a southern accent that is maybe not a Kansas City accent that we hear in this episode.
Yeah, there are a couple of characters who go a little overboard on the accent, but yeah, there's a whole thing about, are we in Missouri or are we in Kansas right now? So
yeah, which actually isn't really untrue because I've been around a lot of people who wait, are we in Missouri now or Kansas? Because they don't get it until you've lived here. So that's a funny part, but it was kind of overdone, like most all of it was to a certain extent.
Yeah, I need to watch it. How about let's do our core moment right here for our wonderful sponsors of Core Outdoor Equipment. What was the core moment, Carrie, of episode 1 of the final season of Ted Lasso?
Temo Chewinga having a goal in the game.
Yeah, I saw that social media post from the Current that they actually played that goal in the episode.
Yeah, and if you follow Gotham's or Twitter account and maybe Instagram, they are being so petty about it because that's who Temo scored on it in the game, and then they are just going off being like, "Oh yeah, then what happened?" or whatever. And it was months later they beat us at home. They've been very petty. They even threw in Ted Lasso doing his dance in the Wichita State locker room. No, get Woo Shock out of your mouth.
Too bad. So sad, Gotham.
And then Jason was in Gotham, and they made sure that he appeared in Gotham sweatshirts and T-shirts and stuff.
Ooh. Dad, what was your favorite thing? What was the best Kansas City moment?
I want to add an anecdote to Carrie's afterwards, but I think my core moment was seeing some of the current people that I know actually as extras in there. Yeah. So Dave Borchert, who does the play-by-play for their radio and TV for the local stuff, he was in the background. Jillian was in there. Landon Worth and Chandler Brandis. If I say those names, I apologize, guys.
Jillian got to be in Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just in the background.
Now,
just walking down the hall.
Did
I not see the Longs there too? They turned a corner. Did I not see the Longs there?
I did not see the Longs, but I don't want to say that.
I read a story. I think they
were probably in the background also when they showed.
Yeah, I think I saw them turn a corner and go down the hall.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I read an article that made it seem like they have lines, or maybe I was misreading that, or maybe it's still to come at some point in the series. But
all right, Thad, on yours, was Beasler the coach, the assistant coach, or was it not?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, he's thinner now, and it was only a profile look, but I think that was Beasler that
Yeah,
was
no.
the assistant coach.
It was him, and then they also used the name Beasler
Yeah.
for a kid to sub in. So, look, I don't want Beasler to be nepotism, but they are highlighting nepotism in there.
Yes.
I
Cody.
haven't watched a lot of trailers, but I saw a brief shot of one of the players on this team, and it looked like the actress. I just looked her name up, and it is her, Faye Marseille, who played the waif in Game of Thrones that stabs Arya a bunch of times.
Let's just ruin the plot. Thanks, Cody.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Now I can't watch.
Which she hasn't appeared yet.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only been the first episode.
We haven't met the team yet?
Oh, no. We haven't even gotten back to Richmond yet.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's not a spoiler. I saw it in the trailer. I saw the waif running around in the soccer field.
No, the stabbing part.
Oh. Yeah, that's a spoiler from 15 years ago or whatever.
All right. So a little anecdote and trivia, I guess. They Gotham complained about that game because they showed them being scored on. I haven't went back to double check this, but supposedly if you look at the scoreboard, it has the Utah logo on it.
Mm.
That makes it even better as a Gotham hater.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate the Royals too, but like Gotham, Lobo Moreno.
Yeah.
On my hate train.
So how long is your hate train, Carrie? About 13 teams long?
13 teams, yeah.
It's a long train for sure.
I told you in during our Casey Current pod, I do rank them every year to see like what teams I hate more than I did last year.
Yeah, she has a power ranking of hate. So
yeah,
right.
A stock
Call me
market
a hater.
of hate.
I'll take it.
And then one more trivia: when they're walking down the hallway and the person's talking about like saying, the first ever built soccer specific stadium for a professional women's team and all that stuff. The person looks like Danny Welniak, but it's not Danny. It's the KC Sports Commission person, I think. I can't remember her name. But she dresses just like Danny does on game days with
Kathy
the
Nelson.
teal jacket.
That's cool.
Yeah, Kathy. So she basically, Danny Welniak, got to see somebody play her in a show. So I thought that was kind of fun.
Nice.
Very nice. Did you said you were going to piggyback off something Carrie said? Did you already do that?
Yes. There was the anecdote over she got to see Gotham get scored on and all that pettiness that they did. So I just wanted to say that was not actually what.
Another highlight they have in there is that they use the parking lots in Swope Park. Very fun because that's where I first laid my eyes on Lola Bonta for the first time in that parking lot.
But yeah, so that was that part when his kid was playing was down at Swope Park where the SKC II trains and plays.
Seeing Lola Bonta is definitely one of those where were you moments in life for sure.
And I was in that parking lot.
So I was mildly bummed because when the Current tweeted out what goal that was, it was in the show. I'm like, I thought they're using that actual clip somehow, and I'm in that clip. Like,
nice.
Just a little tiny, dot essentially, but I could pick out me for sure. But when they did the one in the game, it was a different angle and it was a much better quality and all that stuff. So
you're famous anyway, so don't worry about
it. For part of, because they had that and then they had the documentary that was filmed there last year. So part of that, I was sitting right next to their big old camera, the super high quality camera, and it was camouflaged with Current flags and stuff like that to make it blend into the crowd better.
Nice. There you go, a little movie magic. Let's talk about the current game. 1-1 draw.
Hold on, Cody. Cody, did I not get to share my core moment?
You did not. Sorry. I'm
I do appreciate
I'm
you.
excited.
I do appreciate you saying my name last week and then quickly correcting yourself that I wasn't there.
So anyway. Used to you being here.
So I'm going to give A and B. A is I really thought the scenes in the Negro League Baseball Museum were really well done. Really highlighting the importance of that.
Wow, they really do go all over KC.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And then connecting that to what's going on with Ted and the whole scenario of him maybe coming back to Richmond. But then, of course, the Whiz coffee
Spoiler.
cup. Got the Whiz logo right there. That's got to be a
Oh,
core
really?
moment right there. Yeah,
nice.
for sure.
Robert's the best at this game. He played this game the best. He's given me the most things so far. Keep going.
And I hope you guys point out one more, right? The paint the wall banner.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
paint
Oh,
the wall
okay.
banner in his son's room. So that was pretty cool.
Wow, very nice. All right, I'm excited.
I gave behind the scenes stuff, man. I think I played it pretty damn good.
Yeah, that was good.
I gave
That was well done.
multiples. Come on, Cody.
Cody's
Yeah,
picking
I'm,
favorites.
the
Cody,
cheesy-
be curious, not judgmental. Come on, man.
Cheesiness won't bother me. I'm gonna be all in if you say good things about my city.
I will be nitpicky though. He did not exactly choose the best barbecue in Kansas City, but
That's true.
Ooh, no
Agreed.
spoilers on that. I'm excited to see what he goes with. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the current because we were kind of already talking about them. 1-1 draw in Houston. Dabinia Thad became the. Actually, I was kind of confused by this tweet. It says the number one all-time leading scorer in NWSL, but then it says across all competitions. How does that work? NWSL is one competition. Explain this to me. Is she the leading scorer or is she not?
Thad also was questioning this in Mine and Sperry's group chat for keeping
Yes.
current earlier today.
What does that mean? What a strange sentence to say. One
that's not
league's
unusual. Have
one
you ever
league's
read
leading
Mike
scorer-
Coon's articles? Like,
No, but
there's
one-
lots of.
if one league has a leading scorer, how is it a leading scorer across other leagues? Like that doesn't.
It's
It
not
doesn't make
across
sense.
other leagues.
I think it means competitions.
All competitions.
Competitions.
So
Is it
okay,
in
you-
NWSL
would you
or
like
is it not?
would you like
Cody,
an example?
Yes.
MLS.
How many goals has Christian Namath scored in regular season MLS play? I don't know how many, but some number. How many has he scored in playoffs? I don't know, probably none. But that number added together is all competitions, not regular season, not playoffs, all competitions. And when you get to the current and the NWSL, who have many weird things go on in this world, they have challenge cups.
But that's the point I'm making. So they're calling that's what they're including because that's not. I have a hard time. That's a different competition.
It's NWSL though.
Okay, I see.
It's like
It's still unusual.
like I don't know. You could say Leagues Cup, but that's probably not the right one either.
Summer
MLS
Cup.
is back.
Teal Rising.
That's not in there though.
Oh.
It's not an NWSL
Sorry, I stopped listening for a
competition.
second.
But you're going down the right thing though. There was a fall challenge cup too, whatever that was. There was a challenge cup, NWSL regular
There's the-
season, NWSL playoffs.
There's like
Okay.
5 iterations of the Challenge Cup.
But that sentence is unique to NWSL. No other leagues
No.
have other competitions that we can.
No.
Like that is a weird sentence to say. So okay.
No,
Hey,
you'll
Cody,
see.
Thank you for answering it, though. I appreciate
Cody,
it.
let's remind Thad that Christian Namath scored a banger in Portland in the playoffs in the double post game. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I was just throwing out stuff, man. I wasn't trying to be too specific, but
He killed Diego
Yes.
Chara on that play. This is still to this day one of my favorite goals ever
Yeah.
across all competitions.
regular season, playoffs, Challenge Cup, Summer Cup, and the 2020 Fall Series, which was the first sporting event to take place during the pandemic.
It begs a good question though. If someone just says like the NBA leading scorer, all-time leading scorer, that flat of a thing, you're assuming playoffs are included,
Yes.
right? It's like you wouldn't even
I
need
would.
to say, like maybe you say like including playoffs, but it's the one where you qualify it as if it's just regular season. You would say if it's just the regular season all-time leading scorer, just postseason. I think, yeah, okay.
But you will see.
I'm done defending myself on that.
You will see Mike and others use all competitions when talking about a sporting player because they will include Open Cup and Leagues Cup.
Okay,
Now, Cody,
I see. Yeah.
I don't know if you watched the current game or saw the highlights, but the commentator I have things to say, and I'm sure others have things to say, gave the goal call to Lo Labonta for Dabinia's goal. So nice job.
Yes.
On a record-setting goal too.
Uh-huh.
I hope they stealth edit that to correct it, but who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a. Oh, what do you got?
I was just going to say, so Dabinia is only 2 goals behind the person who has the all comps, like the everything, including CONCACAF. So she has, I know it's all NWSL competitions, and then there's all competitions. So she's like 2 goals behind Lynn Biendello, who is not playing this season so far because of having a baby.
All right.
So Cody, can I comment on this commentator?
Please.
And Carrie, you might want to too. I don't know. But Cody, I know how you love alliteration, right?
Yes.
But alliteration can go very wrong. This announcer, Raider rockets, Raider rifles are shot over. Feist funnels that ball over the net. Labonta loops the ball into Patterson. Patterson pummels. Graham guides that towards the net. Every single time there was an opportunity on goal, there was alliteration. And then he called the PK that the other team scored like this. Talk about your mixed metaphors. The shot, he says, sizzles a frozen rope. Is it frozen or is it on fire? That melts the mesh. So this frozen rope apparently is so hot that it melts the mesh of the net. So, yeah, this guy did. Do you? Okay.
Did he really sound like an 80s radio?
Sizzles a frozen rope that melts the mesh.
It wasn't even that hard of a shot.
He had those alliterations ready to go. He looked up the names before the game. He was ready for it.
Too bad he didn't recognize the players. And then who was the color person, Carrie?
Matthias.
Former FCKC player.
Yes, former NWSL Twitter legend.
Thank you for that caveat there, Twitter legend.
Yes, you're welcome. She once tweeted when she tore her ACL in like 2019, 2018. I did not tear my ACL. My ACL was torn for me. And then put the picture of like of what play she thinks it got torn on. It was very poetic. It does make rounds. It used to make a lot more rounds when she was active.
Yeah.
Playing for Angel City. Or not playing for Angel City, I should probably say. When she was on the bench or just not playing. So I'm glad that we got to bring that back last night.
It's very Zlatan-like.
Oh, very much.
She was a good player that I liked when she was here.
And that's just like 2 of 10 lines that she wrote about it.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right. No Sporting KC this weekend. So sad. Love watching that great team every week. No, I'm just kidding. I could have used a Sporting KC game this weekend.
Could you?
Yeah, I could have. I'm not all the way just lamenting all of this. Carrie, I'm still holding on to what we were at the beginning of the season of nothing this season matters. I almost don't care what happens this season. It's all, they've made some structural changes and money is coming in. A new owner sounds excited. So whatever. This year's ugly. I don't really care.
Cody, do you want to beat St. Louis when they come here?
In the
next couple of days. Okay, all right.
Yes,
there's 2 major goals left.
I stand firm on the 2 major goals of
no
keeping the
spoon.
streak alive. Yeah, no wooden spoon, and not letting St. Louis beat us in this stadium.
I've been a big supporter of David Lee up until this point, but if they lose and win the spoon or earn the spoon, out.
Yeah. Okay, so SKC II was playing right now. Kicked off kind of just before we did that. No score the last time I checked.
Still no score at halftime.
They are playing Austin.
Top of the table for that league.
Oh, are they? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so last week we had not an official word from Sporting Kansas City, but almost as official as it gets in MLS reporting. Tom Bogert and Tenario were reporting for The Athletic that the Andre Luiz deal for $18 million transfer fee is in the verbal contract stage. Thad.
Is it $18 million or 18 million euros? Because it was like $20 million, I think, plus incentives. But none of those are official, so I don't want to get too caught up in that. But yeah, it's around the 20 to 22 million.
They're reporting an initial fee of 18 million plus performance add-ons.
So I take it that it's done. He's not playing. He's not training with the team, from what reports over there have said. And I'm pretty sure all he's doing is waiting on the P1 visa at this point.
And I thought it was also interesting it came out through Bogart, etc., that regarding Salah, we were willing to match his, contract at Liverpool, pay him the same amount.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back up the truck for that. But he, preferred Europe. But still, that Maluk is willing to shell out that kind of cash is impressive, I guess.
Did you see the video of him arriving at his new team?
No, I did not.
Like, we would have been excited. Would not have looked like that.
Well,
Kansas City would
they
not
had
have done
flares
that.
going. I know someone tweeted at the Cauldron, and they're like, imagine what Kansas City would look like. And I think I
Yeah.
replied on the Cauldron account that said, yeah, Nebraska Furniture Mart would be burned to the ground.
Yeah, they had flares and were climbing over fences, and that was, we would not quite have welcomed him in that same way.
Yeah. NFM does have a lot of wood there, so firewood potential.
Fun
Robert,
little fire couches.
You weren't here last week when we talked more about Andre Louise. What do you think of this? Not quite record-breaking, the third highest MLS transfer fee ever.
So
for
far.
a player that hasn't really seemed to be scoring a lot of goals this year or last year. What do you think of this? Massive moves.
I haven't watched the highlights, that are, picked to show the glory of this player. But, I think I'm taking the point of view that, it's Maluk's money. They see something in him. Great. If he's Capita level, I will probably be happy. It's not my money. I just want to see a better team. But
Hold on.
doesn't fix.
If he's Capita level, like Capita Kapemba, is that what you're saying? Did I misunderstand that?
Yeah. I mean,
if we spend $18 million on a transfer
it's
fee,
not my money, man. That's my point. If he's at least that good, I will be happy with that. But it doesn't fix what I think is a big problem with this team, which I think is in defensive midfield in general. We don't have that.
You must be higher on Capita Kapemba than I am.
I must be.
Not that I'm low, but like we're talking about making this team better for the future, and you just want you don't have higher hopes than Kapemba.
Hey, Cody, it's steps, man. It's steps.
I can see
at
the
this
vision.
point, isn't it?
Okay. I'm sorry.
He's at least that good, is what he's saying. If he's that good, at least he's going to be happy because it's not his money. I would not be happy because it would be a DP contract. Because anything over that, I don't care because that's not my money. But it is anything of a DP level does eat into your cap and what you can do with other stuff. So I would be a little disappointed if he was only Capita level, but I don't expect him to be that far above either. I mean, I don't know. We don't know if he's the fastest guy in Greece or like Capita was the fastest guy in whichever Eastern European country that was.
He has been clocked as the fastest player in MLS, by the way, 23 miles per hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got something. Put that up on the wall.
We've had speed. We just haven't had scoring and defense.
Right.
And that we talked about that on the show before. That's something David Lee noted was speed. They wanted to be fast.
Yep. And I think Wiki is trying to coach and he's gotten a lot of flack over the team not looking good, and he needs a change depending on what players he has and some of that. And some of that's fair, but I was actually watching a lot of tactical videos this weekend when I wasn't watching not sporting, and just different coaches and how they've been doing things. And I can see where some of these coaches, they were talking about how this coach was doing this way or this coach. And I can see where Wiki, I think, is trying to do some of that stuff. He just doesn't have the players or the time to train them to do that.
Do you care to share a little more detail on what they were talking about? Maybe regarding Wiki?
Well, just some of the movement, like the building out of the back. There's a couple different coaches who have been very successful doing that and kind of setting different ways. And I'm terrible with names. That I'll have to go pull that back up since I didn't have it written down. But just how fast they were able to build it out and draw people in. And that's, I think, what he's trying to do. He just doesn't have the players to have done that so far. But it's when you're looking at wanting to have fast wingers, that's part of what that is. And just watching some of the rotation, I think I've seen them try to do. Because, like, if you notice, Carrie especially and Jake Davis, when he's been out there, all of a sudden you'll see them very much in the midfield, like not only in the midfield, but on the other side of the midfield from where their spot is. So he's looking for those triangles that will rotate and cover each other, which again, every good coach is trying to do that sort of thing. But just to that extent was also kind of looking like some of these coaches that I saw. I'll go back and find the videos and share them with you, and you can tell me I'm wrong later.
Carrie, what are you looking at right now?
Sorry, apartments.
Oh, God. I was like,
Hey, priorities.
I was like, she is either looking at something that's like she's about to like have something to add to the show, or she's shopping or something. It looked
No,
like it
I'm
looked like
sorry.
scrolling. And
No,
are you moving?
I got informed by people I thought I were gonna room in with. Like for the last 4 months, we've been talking about it, and suddenly they were like, "Hey, maybe we won't." And I was
Oh
like,
no.
"Great!" So I have like 48 hours to like look to see if I can find something. Also, maybe resigning my lease. So
Oh man.
apologies. Been a little
That
stressed about
sucks.
that for like the last 3 hours.
Yeah,
Don't blame you.
that's never fun. Good luck with
Well-
that. You can keep searching if you want.
Yeah. So if you need temporary
Cody
places
will
to
allow
stay, we
it.
can find you a place.
We only got one segment left. You
Cody,
can
you got
just
extra
hang on
room
for-
where you're at there?
I am listening.
Okay. When does the window close? It's early September? Or is it this month?
The 2nd, September 2nd.
September 2nd, the window closes. Sad. There's still some time. Are they going to bring somebody else in?
I think there's a pretty good chance they'll still bring somebody else in. Again, big problem with this window was the World Cup. So the World Cup ate into a lot of that time. So not as many moves were being made. And then you had big stars who were banking off of doing stuff or not doing stuff in the World Cup. And you started to see a whole bunch of movement over the last couple of weeks. And I think you'll see even more over the next couple of weeks. So that's because that either frees people up or lets them go or whatever. So it should be more opportunity to sign players soon as it goes. Whether it happens or not, that we have to see still.
Okay. 3 weeks to do so.
Cody, have you been watching Griezmann in Orlando?
Yeah, I not the entire games, but I did see some of those, yeah.
Yeah, he's elevated that side
Instantly.
significantly.
Yeah, like just like right when he stepped on the field.
Yeah.
Okay, one more break. We'll be right back. All right, speaking of things, movements around Major League Soccer. The name Gavin Wilkinson had reappeared on all of our timelines recently. Carrie, San Jose has hired Gavin Wilkinson as a consultant. Just one of those, like, loosely defined. He's just now on our team and he's consulting.
Yeah, how does he keep getting brought up into conversation, especially when it comes to just like, hiring?
Yeah, a lot of
Like-
friends, I guess, right? And that has
Like-
to be it.
I guess you see, like, you look at Sporting, and yes, he was like more. I forgot what role it was. It was like general manager or something like that.
Bigger than
First-
consultant, for sure.
Yes, bigger than consultant, but like you see a really bad Sporting team, kind of desperate, so they grab him, and then you see the reactions fans have for him to get pushed out 6 days later.
Man, was that it? 6 days? Felt
It
longer
was-
than that.
It was something like it was.
It was like
Within a
7 or
week.
8.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So if Sporting had hired him as a consultant and not as in charge of something, do you think the outrage would have been as bad?
Maybe
think
not
it
as
would-
bad,
I think it would
but
have still been there.
it definitely would have been there.
Like to be named so many times in the Yates report and still get a job. Like,
Yeah.
he's got some good friends.
And it
Well-
just came at a time when like everyone was so negative towards the club and just felt like they could do nothing right. And then they hire this guy in such a big role. I do think consultant would have taken some of that off. Like it was a pretty strong response from the Sporting KC faithful, as it should have been. And I think a loosely defined consultant doesn't quite hit as hard as this guy is now like controlling this organization that we're already frustrated with.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to San Jose for admitting it, announcing it, admitting it, whichever you want to go with. But isn't that something you would maybe just say, hey, don't tell anybody that we've hired you as a consultant. We won't either. We'll just keep it our little secret.
Like, it's such
Somebody
a
will
small
notice.
role. Like, in theory, like, you don't have to announce it.
Yeah, it costs nothing to
You don't have to
not
announce-
release it.
Yeah, exactly.
Except somebody would have found out. Somebody in the San Jose organization probably would have leaked it.
Probably.
Yes.
And then you look worse if you have not announced it.
That's
I
fair.
think that may be the case. I don't know if San Jose is that smart, quite honestly, but that may have been the reason.
Well, if he is like fairly involved, then if someone leaks it, then they're leaking like this is actually what he's doing, or like this is the title or what we're calling him. This way they can just be like consultant. Nobody knows what that means.
Not that it was Bruce
consults.
Arena, but Bruce Arena's head coach there, right?
Right.
Interesting. Yeah.
And he was fired from New England for issues.
Yeah.
What did you say, Bruce? What did you say?
Again, loosely defined.
Well, because nobody's ever said what he said.
No, I know.
Okay. And again, in some defense, because I don't know what he did or what he said, but he had a lot of assistant coaches backing him up, but except for one. And then his GM was Analfo, who seemed to want more power. So there may have been a little bit of a power play there that something he said on a normal basis all of a sudden meant, now we can get rid of him, but we'll just report that he said it. I don't know. I'm not saying because I don't know what he said or anything like that, but it just seems weird, or I don't want to connect it too much, but it is a guy who got fired for having said something inappropriate, reportedly, and now is hiring somebody who allowed a lot of inappropriate things to happen. And again, some people do deserve second chances, but I know when Gavin was here and we did the presser with him, his like, I've learned. I took an online course from Harvard or something. Like, no, you need to do some work here, dude. I mean, maybe he could learn. I'm not saying you can't. People can do better after they've been bad. But just taking an online course didn't fill anybody with any confidence that all of a sudden you're an okay person.
Am I misremembering it? Because I thought even if we were looked at Gavin Wilkinson from like a ruthless sports business standpoint, does he have an insane track record of success that that multiple clubs were willing to like eat the PR debacle to have him around because he's just so good at this job? As I remember when we did this last night, it just seemed like he's okay. Like the results have been okay. Like I just that's what confuses me about this. Like I think it's just friends of friends and buddies giving friends jobs rather than like, man, this guy is so incredible at sports business and MLS transactions that he simply must be part of our organization, even though everyone's going to be mad about it.
I do think he had a track record of being good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not that everything he did was perfect, from the business point of it. Obviously, not everything he did was good, but from the business side of it, of players, of signing players and contracts and all that stuff, he was good. Was he the best one in the league? I wouldn't say that, but he was pretty good at that stuff. He didn't have everything go right though.
Carrie, did you find an apartment?
No.
Sorry.
I just have the stats for him. If you want to figure out if he was good enough.
Yeah, I got a few as well.
Or not.
Yeah. What do you got?
We got 7 times making it to the playoffs, winning 2015 MLS Cup, and MLS is back in 2020, and then also on the Thorn side, winning NWSL Championship 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had success in that regard. Nobody wins everything all the time, so he had pretty good success. But
okay,
I still would not have hired him. So don't get me wrong.
Right?
No.
I mean, at that time, I said he needed to go back to like New Zealand and work for a Div 2 team in New Zealand or someplace, and just try to like work his way back into the mainstream. And I don't know what he's done in the last couple of years, but I don't think it was that. So.
Speaking of names in soccer we don't like, Jesse Marsch lost again.
Yay.
Is that weird, right? It was the U20. He was coaching the U20 Canadian team. That's not normal, right? That he's coaching, that the first team coach is also doing that?
It's not normal, but it's not like totally unheard of. I think some South American coaches do that when they have the time to do it. At least that's what I read.
It was the championship, right? The CONCACAF championship, and they just
he lost in the semis.
Oh, okay.
lost in the semis to Mexico, and the U.S. played Mexico tonight and also lost.
Yeah.
Dang.
But they were already through to go to the
Yeah, but,
U20 World Cup.
yeah, but they were playing the Azteca. We got to start them young.
Yeah. There was a red card in the game, too. I did not see the final results, but when I last saw it was like 2-0 at the 87th minute or 88th minute, and they were player down. So, speaking of really good tournament play, Timwa Chawinga.
I thought
Malawi.
maybe that's where you were going with that. Yeah,
He's going to the World Cup.
The run
Yep.
continues.
They beat Ghana today 2-1. After Ghana scored first, Timwa scored a couple minutes, 3-4 minutes later, and then got an assist in the second half for them to beat Ghana 2-1. They're going to the World Cup, and they're taking another step in the tournament. So,
I know her sister's on the team. Is she one of the better players? Like, are they like the first and second best players, the Chawinga sisters?
Yeah, Temwa would be technically considered the second. Her older sister is more famous, if that, to say.
yeah. How old is she?
I'm looking
you
at
know?
her now. Tabitha.
I know she's
is
older.
30.
You're saying Tabitha is a better player than Temwa?
No,
Eh,
but she plays for Lyon, and she's played in Lyon a lot longer than Temwa has been able to play on a level that she is now.
yeah. If I had to start a team, would I take Timwa or Tabitha? I would take Timwa. But
Yes.
I don't think it's that close, but Tabitha is better known for a longer time period and is a really good player. And those two are probably the top two, or at least both of them are in the top three, one or the other. I don't know who else is good with Malawi, but it's the first time they've been to WAFCON, so they're obviously have not got a lot of history there.
What does she play? Is she a midfielder?
Forward as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Chawinga sisters up front
you
in
imagine?
AFCON. Jesus.
If this was in the NWSL, they would be like TNT, promo type of stuff.
Thompson sisters? No. Give us the Tabitha and Chewing and Temwa.
Yeah. I'd rather have TNT than the Thompson twins.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't mind having them too. So.
Well, now that
There
they
should
keep
be a
winning.
third one soon.
What?
I was just saying they have the Thompsons have a third sister that is not too far along.
I'm trying to remember the Thompson twins' biggest hit, while you guys are talking. Back in the 80s.
I was gonna say that's a reference that I'm just gonna laugh at because it's a music band or something that I don't even know. It's just a reference beyond me.
Yeah, it was an 80s band. I can't remember what they did either, but if you played their song, I would know it. If you said their name, I know it. I just don't know. I can't connect the two together.
So Malawi continuing to win means the Current are going to be without Temwa at a certain point, right?
Still are.
Yeah,
just
probably
longer.
for one more game.
Okay.
And then next year, I think we mentioned this in the last pod, though, that NWSL will start early so that players can go off to World Cup and not lose too many. So now Timwa will go off of that too.
Okay. What else? We didn't mention we talked last week about the potential of a new MLS commissioner. We've got our new commissioner.
It's not Carrie.
It is not me.
It's not Carrie.
That's okay. We are pivoting
Incredibly.
to FIFA
It's a
president.
major upset. Yes.
I'll start my campaign earlier next time.
Yeah, it's Larry Berg of LAFC is who we ended up with. So I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend like we actually have much information about either one of these. But yeah, like we said last week, maybe it would have been nicer to not have a guy directly tied to one team. Although if you're coming from one team, there's been a lot of success there, and it's a good template for other teams around the league. So, perhaps being part of the better version of the league is a good thing for his new role.
Yeah, I think Thad said last week that Berg's kind of the guy that they think will strike a balance between the guys who just want to go full out and spend all the money they can and want to, as compared to those who want to be a little more conservative. So
Yeah, and he's a successful businessman, and he's done stuff. I don't know even what business he's in, but he's divesting himself from LAFC, so he won't have financial tie to him and stuff like that, as all commissioners should do. Um, I I mean, and he would have probably been the person I would have picked if I had voted myself, which they didn't give me my vote this time. I don't know why. Actually, I would have voted for Carrie, quite honestly. But if it was a tiebreaker between Berg and this other guy, but my understanding
It's
is
still going to Carrie.
overwhelmingly Berg. So, and just listen to some of the interviews, he says a lot of the right things about trying to advance and do stuff. Who knows what's right or wrong? It's just you got to try certain things and accomplish certain things. And I do think for a future pod when we need a subject, I would love to have a discussion about just kind of our own internal debate about having teams that have a ton of stars on it, like Miami, versus trying to spread that talent out and stuff like that. Because I think that's a interesting way to. Because I was again listening to some other people discuss it, and I thought that was a good conversation.
Okay. Did you guys see the video from Brazil where the guy scored a goal and jumped over the board and disappeared into an abyss?
now we're
my
sure
God.
that's real, right?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
There's
is-
multiple different angles.
I
on
saw him. Yeah.
It is a fantastic video. Like it's just so comical, and I'm almost scared to laugh at the poor guy, but the way it's just so comical, the way he absolutely disappears into an abyss. And then the funniest part of it is apparently the goal got disallowed.
Yeah.
I don't
Poor guy.
even know how to. It looks like so
It's so funny.
right beyond
Was
the
he
advertising
okay?
boards. There's a pit with stairs going down to it, to like the bowels of the stadium, and he couldn't see it, and just jumped down an entire flight of stairs. And like we don't know how far he went. Says he got hurt, and then he didn't even get the goal.
And he stuffed the ball under his shirt because he was doing the pregnancy celebration. So if you look, he's got a ball
Broke
under
his
his shirt
fall.
as he goes through. Um,
Oh, I wish I knew like that
my God.
how seriously he got hurt, because it is just so comical.
Imagine
It's
being
just
the
looping.
kid that has shown that in 18 years. This was your announcement to the world.
Oh my God, that's
The,
a good video right there.
one thing I saw did say that he was not seriously hurt, but he did come out of the game. So he was not like long-term hurt, like a broken leg or something, but a sprained ankle.
That was just out
And
of shame.
he's not the first person to do that.
Yeah, it looks like a
happened-
lot of people could do it.
Yeah. Happened a few years ago, and that is supposedly the stairs down to like the visitors' locker room or something. So
Oh, jeez.
Whatever
If you
club
think
it
it's-
is, their insurance rate's about to go up.
yeah, because I
We're
saw a
not
video
even
from
watching
like,
it. I'm
Yeah.
laughing at it just thinking about the way he disappears down that hole. So goofy.
I know.
When-
I went to breakfast with my wife and daughter today, and I showed them that video at breakfast, but like one at a time, and just the same exact reaction. Like they're like, da, da, da.
Yeah, it's shocking, concerning, also cartoonish.
Yeah, when Thad said something like Brazilian player falls in hole or whatever, in
Brazilian
a hole,
player in a hole.
in a hole with no
He-
context.
I
I
know
said,
this.
I've
got it.
told
None
I've
of
told
us
the
understood.
audience. I've
I
told
said-
the audience of this show before that Thad says things. He gets excited about something and he wants to send a message, and he speaks in code. These very cryptic, short things. And we're like, what does this mean?
hashtag
What
that out of
is-
context. And then he said it, and my jaw was on the ground.
I thought as much as,
Oh.
especially you, Carrie, as you're online and you see social media tweets and Instagram and
That's
whatever,
not been on my feed.
and it's popped up like 3 times in different places in different views before I ever mentioned. And my exact phrase, because I thought you guys would know this, man. I just Brazilian in a hole to list of topics. I just meant to add that to the list of topics. Brazilian in
seen-
a hole. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it?
I've seen multiple videos of it now, and not once does anyone even actually say this poor lad's name. It's just a Coritiba player from the Brazilian league disappears down a hole. Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
go look see who was subbed out though.
Oh man. Okay. Any final thoughts for this week? We'll be back next week, of course. Sporting KC returns to play. Thad, you normally throw in something here, and I leave that breath for you because you think of something that you didn't add into our rundown.
Brazilian not in hold.
Brazilian made it out of hole.
I thought Neymar got thrown in jail or something.
Wait, was that a real video? That's what I saw just in passing and didn't. I was in a spot I couldn't explore more, but I did. Is that what you're referring to? A video? He's like yelling at people somewhere.
No. I just.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought. Neymar got thrown in the hole in prison.
There was a
But yeah,
video.
Sporting plays Colorado Saturday, guys.
Okay. The old Rapids. Thad?
That's all I can think of at the moment.
Leave us with something prophetic.
SKC II is not losing.
Not losing. Okay, good. Now say something prophetic.
You know I can't do that.
I watched after all these years, I watched the movie Ben-Hur.
Okay.
All I knew about it was like chariot races. I just thought it was like a cool movie. And it starts off, I guess me saying the word prophetic is what got me on this. It's just a movie about Jesus. The movie starts off with 6.5 minutes of an overture of a still shot. And then it's the three wise men start off this epic movie of cool chariot. And I was like, what did I just sign up for? 3.5 hour movie about Jesus. I didn't realize that. But no, it was a great movie. Ben-Hur, fantastic.
Well, I know what I'm doing now after we done the pod.
Oh, has anybody seen Spider-Man movie?
Not yet.
As a
Have you?
Marvel fan, I enjoyed the movie.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I many years ago had to give up on things being canon compared to comic books. So I enjoyed the movie because I don't care about that anymore.
Well, it's canon to there's the comic books and then there's the MCU canon, right?
Yes. It just I had to give up on that a long time ago, but so it's completely different of how things go compared to the comic books. But
Dude,
it was a good movie.
It's crazy how much people love Spider-Man. Like that movie, it hit $1 billion like in the first weekend. That's just insane. They'll keep making Tom Holland Spider-Man movies until he's 60.
You know, I watched The Odyssey, and if you think about it, that's basically Spider-Man.
Well, that's the beauty of the Odyssey and that old story. See, I'm such a nerd for this.
No,
but
I really just meant the actors.
Everything in Western literature is the Odyssey. It's all what it all comes down to. It's either the Odyssey or the Bible. But yes, a lot of repeat characters. Insane
I was
runs
not making
from
that
some
connection.
actors.
I'm sorry, I'm not that smart to make that connection. But
there are some insane runs from Robert Pattinson and Zendaya this year. They're in Zune. Wow. They're in Dune 3, The Odyssey, and The Drama. If you haven't seen The Drama, go watch that. Both of them are very good in that. Great movie. And then Zendaya was in Spider-Man. And then Robert Pattinson also has Prime Time, a movie about the To Catch a Predator guy. Just insane run. Their movies are going to make billions of dollars this year.
Is her name Zendaya or Zendaya?
I don't know. I'm Zendaya, whatever.
As a Disney kid growing up, Zendaya.
Yeah,
I was a Nickelodeon kid.
Well,
as a parent of a Disney kid.
Shake It Up.
Yeah.
I think I was blurring the line between Zendaya and Zendaya. I think I was like right in the middle of that.
I don't think you were. It might be that Ted Lasso accent.
Your Kansas City twang.
Yeah. I refuse to acknowledge that exists. Okay.
Ask your sister.
That's what I'm going to go do. Robert, you go watch Ben-Hur. I'm going to go watch Ted Lasso, and Thad is not going to leave us with something prophetic. I don't know that he's ever actually just turned it down when I've presented it to him. He always says something, even if it's bad.
I'm trying to withhold comment unless it's valid.
Okay.
Unlike some people in this world.
I like that. That was philosophical. I appreciate that. Not quite prophetic, but philosophical.
See, I always struggle with you say prophetic, because prophetic, I keep thinking you mean profound, not prophetic, is what and that was why it was like, I wanted to say something that was profound, but you're like saying like a prediction. And I'm like, I'm not, what am I going to say? Like, oh, Sporting's going to beat Colorado and St. Louis and go on a run and win, 12 more games or something.
Your uncomfortability is literally the point of it.
Speaking of great runs, the Current are in 7th place now. They started this weekend in 5th.
In what place?
7th.
So
Technically
that
tied for
is-
6th, but
is
they're
not a great run.
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. We'll get out here. We'll be back next week when Sporting KC returns. Sporting!
Give me beer, whiskey, wine or gin. Anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking. The other side don't seem so tough, and 3 own goals ain't all that rough. Our skipper has just been sent off. Supporters strong have all gone soft. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin. Anything to shake